Hey, Robbie. How's it going?
How are you?
Good, good. Hanging in there?
Me?
Yeah, you hanging in there?
Oh yeah, we live in the apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Word.
Are you?
Doing good.
Great.
Just out fishing.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, good. You ready for a close-up? All right. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Ruben Reina.
My name is Robbie, one of the co-founders of HOF Hall of Fame. We're an events production and event marketing company based here in SAC. My role is everything from DJ, social media manager, general manager, administration. All of us founders kind of have multiple roles and play parts in everything. My name is Jeff Reed. I do the pop-up Ichido at Sequoia Sake Brewery. Started this about 4 years ago. Basically, I do all the sourcing and prep, host the events on Friday.
I work as a cafe supervisor at Insight Coffee Roasters here in Sacramento. My duties include ordering, product research, not just being a barista, but also being a baker, cook, all of these other things.
How has this pandemic affected your business?
So we're completely out of business right now. Biggest venture that we've been working on the last 6 or 7 months has been managing Tiger. And Tiger is shut down. We can't throw concerts right now. We were working on our HOF Day Festival. We had to cancel planning for that. I've been chilling.
Yeah,
For
chilling.
like the last month, I've been pretty much just chilling. It completely changed the business model in a way. Where it was a social dinner for 30, 36 people. Now we can't even let people enter into the brewery.
Like a lot of restaurants and places, initially I was kind of freaked out. We've definitely been impacted a lot. Our business has gone down significantly. I didn't know how my schedule was going to be affected. And then fast forward to now, and we have a pretty bare bones staff. Me, our roaster, and 2 of the owners shop at all time. And then we have 2 other people that are also. But my schedule has honestly not changed. If anything, my hours have increased, and I am way more at the shop than I was before.
Which ways has this quarantine improved your work life? And if it hasn't, in which ways are you looking for it to?
Getting to meditate a lot more, exercise a lot more, journaling, doing reading, all the things that I never feel like I have a lot of time for. I have an abundance of time for now. I feel like that'll translate into my professional life and stuff like that when we get back to business. And it's also allowed me to kind of get creative and start thinking outside the box. And we have some new ideas for HOF that we probably wouldn't have had if we weren't to have gone through this quarantine. So it's kind of interesting. Well, with this, we found that these meal kits are received in a positive way. We're able to get stuff into people's hands that they normally wouldn't be able to secure, bringing in a lot of ingredients that restaurants have access to that the guests may not necessarily. So I think it's something that we will continue to do is have these meal kits available, especially for Saturdays when they do the brewery tours. Have these available, they can do the tours and then have a meal kit to take home with them afterwards.
That's awesome. Yeah.
We can do more people. It is a lower price point, but we can do a larger volume. So it is comparable to sales with the normal dinner.
We have definitely turned our bakery kitchen into a test kitchen of things that we want to start serving to customers. Selling a lot more coffee seed bags, home brewing devices, home roasters. This is actually benefiting us, that it's benefiting our customers. They are spending more time in their homes. They're having more time to actually brew their own coffee, roast their own coffee, get the feel for what we kind of do in our job. It's already at the shop 5 days a week, regulars of mine, and some of them actually became really good friends too. For them, having to be stuck at home or whatever the situation is, for them to be able to go into their favorite coffee shop and see a familiar face that they've known for years, just makes the whole experience, the whole thing, just all of this whole thing, just that much easier. It's all that just a small bit of time. That's all you need.
we are only going to fry this about 75% of the way through the first time. As you can see here, we're just about getting to that point in our delicious fried chicken moment. So, right there is about where we want to go. Probably go for another couple minutes just to get that. Crowd your chicken, it's going to take a lot longer to cook your chicken out, and it's not going to get that nice color that you're really looking forward to. Or you will get that color and the chicken will be incredibly dry, and no one wants that. I would suggest just paying attention, taking your time, and really enjoying this process. Not a lot of people really get to fry chicken this way, and we have nothing but time right now to try and do it. At least most of us do. Okay. Now we have all of our chicken fried for the first round. Look at all this chicken that we have. The first round of this chicken that we just made, the first couple rounds, and we're going to put them back into the deep fryer. This chicken has cooled down just enough for us to get that second frying for it to be really beneficial, really valuable for our fried chicken texture that we're looking for. So go ahead and you can place a little bit more than you did the first time. Now that the flour is fried, you won't have to worry so much about it sticking to each other, okay? Now we're gonna only do this until we get that color and that crispiness that we're looking for. This probably won't take nearly as long as it did the first time. So right back into there. Okay. It's been about 2 minutes. And look at that. Now that is the crispiness that we are looking for. Hold on 1 second. Jackson is ready to have some fried chicken, huh? He took his apron off. He said, "I'm done cooking. This is it." Huh, Dad? So, here we have our last batch of chicken. Is it hot? It just came out of the fryer at 350 degrees. Do a little bit of seasoning salt. And here we go. Look at all this chicken from one chicken. How much does that cost to get delivered to you?
What?
Yes, $5 for delivery. $5 per whole chicken. This is a bone piece. Look at all that. Look at that skin that you're about to throw away. Another bone piece right there. Look at that. Look at all that meat. Now, if you were to do this with the triple dip method, if you were to do the triple dip method, it won't work as well because the breading will be too thick for the bones, especially chopping up at this size. Now, if you're gonna do it this size and feed, I don't know, like 8 people, then you have to keep the breading very light. And the good thing about keeping the breading light is that when you do get to make this for your family, that it is good for everybody that's involved, including the people who just started their gluten-free diet. Okay? And here we go. Anyways, that's another episode of Quarantine Kitchen, the very first one. We're gonna go ahead and release a lot more stuff coming up. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. Say bye, Jackson.
Bye, Jackson.